So this isn't going to be an easy video to make. It's unscripted, and I'm autistic and really bad at talking to people. So talking to a camera, unscripted about mental health, challenge accepted. Let's go. October 10th was World Mental Health Awareness Day. And I wasn't aware that this was a thing until very recently. And mental health is a topic that I sometimes talk about occasionally while I'm live streaming. But I've never really dedicated an entire video to that topic. So better late than never, right? Oh my god, I'm bad at this. I'm making this video in all seriousness because I want you to hear me. I don't know who needs to hear this or if you'll even find this video. But please do not suffer in silence. If you have something going on, talk to somebody. And I know, trust me, I know how difficult it can be sometimes. But if you keep things bottled up inside, it will eat you alive. It will. I have always kind of made it a thing to kind of keep my problems to myself for the most part. Like I have a therapist and I don't even know how to talk to my therapist. Someone whose job it is to listen to me. I just need to talk to them and I just can't. I can't lead that conversation. I can't do that. I don't know why. But I'm getting better at it. And every day, you get a little better at it, right? This is unscripted and I don't know how to say what I want to say. It's so weird. But please hear me. If you are going through something, if something is bothering you in your life, talk to somebody. If you don't have anyone to talk to, hell, talk to me. All right, you can shoot me a message on Twitter, on my Discord, even in the comments of this very video. I may not know how to solve your problem, but just having someone to talk to about it can make a world of difference. I went through probably the darkest, and still, honestly, the darkest chapter of my life, where I've had to deal with grief, loss, feeling worthless. These are things that I thought I was going through alone, but there are other people who feel the same. You're not alone. You're not. And I know this is so weird. Somebody, an Aspie like me, is desperately pleading with you to talk to me, even though I don't know how to talk to you. Oh my, okay. In all seriousness, you are not alone. And just to bring it into perspective, I'll share my story, not for sympathy, but just so that you can understand where I'm coming from with all of this. And it's not easy. It's not easy to talk about. But throughout my entire life, thus far, whenever I felt overwhelmed, trapped, stuck, stressed out, whenever I have just reached my limit, I always leave. When I was a kid in school, I would walk out. I can't tell you how many times I've just walked away. And this is something that's persisted. As I got older, I'd ride off on my bike. Well, one day I found myself in a really dark place. And I felt like I lost everything. I was useless. I was stuck at my roommate's house. I was living with my roommate. Had no means to pay for anything anymore. Could not, for the life of me, hold down the job because of my own social issues. Like, if you don't have a degree in something and you get into a career or something that you're interested in doing that you know how to do, it's rough. And I'm saying this from the perspective of a high-functioning autistic man. Asperger's, to be more specific. But the vast majority of jobs available to you require some level of socialness. And it's so hard. And I hate complaining about it because for so many people it's easy. Like, here's a really funny, really stupid example of my own dumb quirks that just like really mess me up and embarrass me when I'm in a public workplace, right? I got a job at a place called Spirit Halloween. And the uniform there, you gotta wear these aprons, right? Had the same issue when I worked at a grocery store called Kroger's too. But most embarrassing here. For some reason, and somebody told me this isn't actually that unusual. There's some people who literally just suck at tying things. I suck at tying things. Knots, I could barely tie my shoes, right? My brother, this is a true story. I'm gonna put myself on blast here. My brother had to block me from leaving my room when I was a kid and force me to learn the most basic method of tying your shoes so that I could stop wearing slip-on shoes before I got to high school. Not high school, middle school. Because he didn't want me to get bullied. And I respect him to this day for that, because now I can do it. But like turning my back around and like trying to, I couldn't do it. And I'm like, I gotta reluctantly ask a coworker for help. She like, I know, and this is no diss to her. I know that this person's just joking. But the jokes that she made in front of everybody was like, it was so demeaning. It's like, oh my God, I gotta figure this out. And I'm gonna. Oh, you bet your ass I'm gonna. But that's an example of like a minute thing that's probably nothing to everyone else, just being a brick wall to you. And I don't know if anyone can relate to that, but I got off topic here. Probably on purpose, because I don't like talking about this subject. But I had a lot of time to myself, a lot of silence. Me and my roommate, we operated on different schedules. He's gone all day, and I was there all day. So I had a lot of time in an empty house to myself to sit and just think about how worthless I was or felt. Heck, sometimes I still feel that way. And I didn't talk to anybody. I had opportunities to reach out to my brother, my mom, family, friends. My mom is family, but you get my point. So is my brother. I chose to just tough it out. And over time, it just got worse. Every night got harder and harder until I had enough. And I got on my bike and I just rode off. And at first, it was just a bike ride. It was just to clear my head. Before I knew it, I was getting further and further away from home, to the point where I was lost. I had no idea where I was or where I was going. And I sent my roommate a message. I put a big post on Facebook saying, I'm not coming back. Don't look for me. I am gone. I tried to throw myself into the bottom of a lake. And by some miracle, because of the way I sent that message, because of the location that popped up, because it automatically tags where you're going, some of my friends found out where I was and stopped me from making a horrible mistake. Something that I regret to this day, and even talking about it now it's not easy. Because I don't want people to think that I'm weak, that I quit, that whenever I'm stuck or faced with a problem, I walk away. You don't talk about it. And sometimes just talking about it is enough. So hear me when I say this. I'm not telling you the story for sympathy. I'm telling you the story so that you can hear me. Even if your voice is not loud, you can talk to somebody. But do not, please, do not suffer in silence. Because that's the worst thing you can do, is say, I can tough it out. And that's really all I wanted to say. You're not alone. If you need to talk to somebody, reach out to a friend, family, me. Mental health is something serious, and you should take it seriously. If you ever feel overwhelmed, there's no shame in taking a step back, taking a deep breath, and reassessing your situation. Because there will be a light at the end of that tunnel. As cheesy as that sounds, there will be. I'm still here, and I want you to be here too. And I hope it helps you speak up. Thanks for watching.